Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Peace be with you. In case you don't know me, my name is Aqeeq and I was labeled a terrorist by the Islamophobic government of Canada back in 2014. Now I'm making these videos again, and why after 8 years would you ask? It's quite simple. Fear. I was afraid. I was told by my friends, my family members, not to make videos against Canada because a lot of my family, well, most of my family lives in Canada. And they told me not to make videos as the government of Canada might make lives miserable for them over there. But after 8 years and going through a lot of mental stress, a lot of torture, now that I'm suffering from many psychological problems, I finally thought that I'm not going to stop for anybody else. I'm not going to put my life away. I'm not going to throw my life away for anybody else and their benefits. At least I owe it to myself and to the Muslims and the people out there who want to know the truth, who are looking for the truth, to explain to them what happened to me in Canada. I'm going to start from the beginning. I immigrated to Canada under sponsorship of my brother back in 2007. Because my brother thought that Canada would be a safer place for us and it would be a better lifestyle choice for us. I spent about 2 weeks over there and I told my brother that I had to come back to Pakistan because I had to finish my university exams. After my university exams, I gave my life in Canada and a second thought, and coming from a religious background, apparently religious background, I did not find Canada a suitable place for me, at least at the first two, after spending a couple of weeks over there. I don't know why. So I stayed in Pakistan. I started a job here, I started working over here. But then another brother of mine, he had a problem. He had a heart problem and he had to go through an extensive open heart surgery, an extensive procedure at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto. My oldest brother at that time, he requested me, he said, I want you over there, I need you over there. And he was also going through problems because apparently Canada did not accept any of his certifications, any of his university certifications and university degree. And even though my oldest brother was doing a reputable job in Pakistan and he was teaching MBA at that time in a reputable institution in Pakistan, he could not get any decent job in Canada. So he had to start over from the scratch. And seeing his struggle, I thought, well, let me give this country another shot. I asked my friends and my religious seniors at that time was, should I go to Canada or not? Also, because Pakistan was in a conflict back in 2007 and in the early 2000s and even like till late 2010s. It was kind of like working as a proxy between the US and Afghanistan at that time. I asked some of my spiritual teachers, I guess, and they said that, well, it all just depends what you're going over there for. If you're going to Canada to invite people to Islam, if you believe that you can go to Canada to spread a good message, which we're going to talk about later on, then by all means go over there. Also, I wasn't making a lot of money in Pakistan. I was making, I don't know, I'm really bad with finances. I'm just really bad with money. So I never could understand my own worth. So if I could spend a certain amount of money in charity, helping the needy, helping the poor people, if I was paying them 200 rupees of Pakistani rupees, or I would pay somebody, or if I was living in Canada and I was making like $3,000 or $4,000 a month, I could have spent like given $200 in charity. That would mean 100 times more. And I could help more people. That was one of their reasons, and we're going to talk about that later in the further episodes that you're going to find out. So that was a reason, not the reason, for me to go to Canada. So in August of 2008, I went back to Canada. And well, naturally, I could not land a good job. I was a phobia at that time, fresh off the boat immigrant. And I had no idea how the system worked in Canada, how things actually worked in Canada. So, and because our family was in a need for money, immediate need for money, my brother actually got me a job at Walmart. naturally. Well, you can call it like a natural place for every immigrant to be there, to who goes to Canada. They had to go through this Walmart experience. So I was working as an unloader at Walmart in Edmonton from September of 2008 till December of 2008. Because I was practicing back then, I told my brother that I could not go and live in Canada, and where there are a lot of women or like people with less clothes, things like those. So my brother actually told me that it's best if you work in the back room, because all you had to do was unload trucks. It was a physically demanding job, and it so I still have that back injury with me. And then I started working as a security guard, where I actually worked for about a year and a half before I decided to come back to Pakistan. We're going to continue after that.